Let me just say a word about Donor Direct Action. For those of you who don't know us, we were created to raise funds and visibility for frontline partners around the world. And we're just so lucky to have 3 of our partners with us.
The Democratic Republic of Congo is one of the most dangerous countries in the world to be a female. But this brave woman who's sitting right next to me, who's Justine Masika Bihamba, did I say it correctly? Is trying to change things from the ground up. She has faced death threats and abuse. Her staff has been attacked, but she's still standing and in fact doing more than ever. And I remember when Donor Direct Action was literally just an idea and a dream. And I remember sitting with Jessica in her living room and thinking, is this possible? And how do we make this happen? And today I'm really proud to say that since the inception of the organization, that $2 million has been raised for our partners around the world.
Nous avons vu que les femmes qui sont dans les communautés doivent participer pour consolider la paix en assistant à les communautés, surtout dans l'élaboration des priorités, des problèmes prioritaires et voir comment les femmes peuvent contribuer pour l'élaboration des budgets qui tiennent compte des besoins spécifiques des femmes.
So the women during the forum came up with a national action plan, and the way the plan works is that each woman's gonna train women at the local level, and they're gonna advocate and lobby the local authorities for gender-sensitive budgets to be voted, and they also want to organize workshops and activities to really emphasize the importance of women's political participation.
Notre plan pour l'avenir est que nous puissions avoir une participation massive des femmes dans la gestion de la chose publique, puisqu'on dit souvent qu'une seule femme en politique la change, mais plusieurs femmes en politique, elles changent la politique.
So Justine's goal and the Women's Congolese Forum's goal is really to obtain a massive participation of women in the political and peace-building process. And they always say, one woman in politics, the politics going to change her. But many women in politics, they're going to change the politics.
The story of Synergie is one of the many cases of women who have been killed under the pretext of honor killing. And I think the strength of that case is that we consolidated our efforts as women's organizations under the forum to combat gender-based violence. And we wanted to say no of killing women for any reason. The right to life is a very important right. So we wanted to make sure that we don't let this case be covered by legitimate, quote-unquote, justifications of the society and the discriminatory legislation under which we're still living, because the laws that are in force are still the laws of the Jordanians or the Egyptians and under the previous rules, and therefore they have not been changed. And these are very discriminatory. They go back to Lebanese laws and back to Napoleon Bonaparte. The penal laws need to be changed. The laws to protect women from gender-based violence need to be changed. We had to fight. But the individual case of Synergie is very important because in that case, we wanted to observe all of the courts. We stood before the courts. We said that stop killing women, and we joined our efforts to end that. And while we are not happy with the final judgment, which was 7.5 years, we are happy because this is a precedent.
Yes. The other danger of the pro-prostitution lobby worldwide, and I know in South Africa, is that it does not introduce other forms, other legal frameworks. The only thing that is given to you is that decriminalization is good for you. And at that moment, when you are thinking that the only thing that is hindering me from making my money is the police, and I need to make money. If the police were not harassing me, I would be able to make my money because now we are worried about our kids. It looks attractive. I went back and I started reading up on all these legal options. And at that time, Embrace Dignity was even portrayed as judgmental, moral, people who did not understand our situation. And when I found that, so I start my own exercise was that what do I want in life? What did I grow up wanting to be? And what happened? And then I took the 4 legal options. I started ticking the boxes. Which one ticked the most boxes when I compared? Which law would initially offer me what I want? Because for me, at that point, for the woman, for the ordinary woman in the street, it's not a matter of what law is in place, but of what services are there to assist this woman. And for me, the equality model, sometimes known as the Nordic or Swedish law or the sex buyer law, is what ticked the most boxes. And so I approached Embrace Dignity and I said, this is what I wanted to do. And that was the formation of Kwanele, when I asked Embrace Dignity to give me support to consult with women. And they supported me to consult with 30 women initially in Cape Town. And again, we did this exercise together and we all agreed that the equality model is what we wanted. But then because of lack of capacity amongst ourselves, we also need the assistance of an organization, and Embrace Dignity has been doing that work very well. So that was my journey.